All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just want to do another quick update video for you guys, keep you guys in the loop with what is going on, not only in the ecosystem around Drip, but about other projects. I actually wanted to do a video on this project yesterday. However, I just couldn't. I just had too much stuff going on. So I'll talk about right now in this video what I wanted to talk about yesterday. Now, before I get started, I do want to remind you that everything I talk about on my channel is for entertainment purposes only. You should never take it as financial advice. There are no guarantees out here in the crypto space, so do your own research, do your own due diligence. This is all high risk stuff, guys. And if you can't tolerate high risk, then don't even bother to get in. And if you do get in, only put in funds you can afford to lose, okay? Risk capital only. Also follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So if you've been following our channel, then you know that today is the day for the BUSD raise. Now, to be clear, just because you whitelisted your address, now some of you guys may have not even whitelisted your address, you're totally not going to get in. But if you have whitelisted your address, it still doesn't guarantee that you're going to get into the sale. As a matter of fact, Forex posted yesterday, I think there's 6,500 people that whitelisted their address. If they all do a max contribution, then only 2% will get into the sale. Okay, 98% won't even get in. So, when they did a raise for Rev, it sold out like in a second, like literally like in a second and a half, it was sold out. The clock came down, before you can even hit the buy button, it was sold out. So I would imagine that's what's going to happen today with these raises, because again, very few people are going to get in. Now, if you don't get in, all is not lost. When it launches, there's going to be buying opportunities, several different buying opportunities. If you just pay close attention to the price, it might pump, it might come back down. When it comes back down, you might even get it at a price less than what people are going to be getting it for in the raise. Okay, I don't know, just speculating, but there was opportunities like that for Rev. There was even opportunities like that for Drip. I've been in a bunch of these, ICOs and raises in the past. There's always different buying opportunities. You just got to be paying attention to that. So don't get bummed out if you don't get into the raise. It's all good. Again, if you get in early when it launches, I think you'll be okay, regardless of whether you get into the raise. Okay. That being said, this thing pops off next week. Animal Farm will launch next week. Right now, if you're sitting on your PL2 tokens, you'll be able to swap them out for the actual L2 tokens. Then we'll be able to stake and all that good stuff. Okay, so that pops off next week. Be ready for that if you're going to get in. If not, no worries. Maybe the faucet is for you, or maybe you're not even into these platforms. That's fine. But if you are, just hang tight. I'll do more videos and talk about that more and more as we get closer to that. So that's what's going on with the Animal Farm and the whatchamacallit, the L2 tokens, right? The ability to get into the raise. Drip, let's take a quick look at Drip. Drip doing its thing. What's the price of Drip right now? Drip is at $136. This was a couple of days ago, super close to hitting that $200 mark. It's come down quite a bit, which is normal, right? Whenever the price spikes in any coin, people are going to lock in profits, right? People are going to sell, when the price hits an all-time high. That's normal. They lock in profits. There's nothing new about that. So the price will come down, right? People are bitching about it, right? People might be scared. You got to remember, this was at $20 last week, not last week, but a couple of, not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago. This was sitting at $20, and we were happy then, right? Now it's pumped all the way up. It's settled down to $136. Maybe this might be the new floor. I don't know. Typically, when price pumps, people will lock in profits. The price will come down, and then it'll find a brand new floor. And then the process will repeat itself, and the floor, continues to increase over time. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. I can't guarantee you anything. I'm speculating, but I'm not worried about the price, right? As long as we're getting that 1% off the faucet, we're good, right? The Animal Farm hasn't even launched. This is what could be. I don't want to, give you any false guarantees or anything like that, because I can't guarantee anything, right? But people are talking about a $500 drip, $1,000 drip. Forex has mentioned, 3,000 or $5,000. I don't know if it's going to hit those marks. And frankly, we don't need it to hit those marks for people to do well. But if it does, we're still super early, right? We're at this price. So that's what's going on with drip. Okay. Yeah, this thing is crazy right now. I'm gonna take this balance right here, and I'm gonna throw it back into the contract, right? I'm gonna compound 127,000 back into the contract. This is all risky stuff, guys. Don't do like me. I don't want people saying, "Hey, you told me to do that," or "You told me to." I'm not telling you to do anything. Okay, it's your funds. You want to do what you want to do with it. Do your research. Be okay with the risk. Put on your big boy pants or your big girl pants or whatever you want to call it. Make your own decisions. Okay, just because I'm compounding that balance doesn't mean you should compound. Okay, do whatever you want to do. Okay, people always ask me what's the strategy. Everyone has a different strategy. Okay, the safe play the safe play right now, again, I'm not telling you to do this. Do whatever you want to do. It's your funds. Just accept responsibility for your actions. So is what I want to tell you. But make sure you're claiming, make sure you're withdrawing, you're locking in profits at least until you pull out your initial deposit. You pull out your initial deposit, essentially you're risk-free at that point. Then it's compound to the moon if you want. It's just house money that you have in the platform. You've already taken out your seed capital, right? But don't continue to just compound to the moon and you haven't pulled your seed capital out. At least pull your seed capital out so you're totally you've removed your exposure to risk, is what I'm saying, right? Anyway, I can go on and on about that. That could be its own video, but that's kind of people have been asking me, how do I lock in profits? What should I do? Do whatever you want to do, but that's the safe play. That way, if something were to happen, I'm not saying that it will. I'm not saying that, right? You've you've removed your exposure to risk. You've pulled out what you've put in. Make sense? All right. So what I wanted to talk about yesterday, but just got too busy, was this right here. As you guys know, we've been in this for a couple of months. I think I did my first video on ape heroes. I want to say 3.5 months ago. I got to look. I got to check. But we've just been sitting on our NFTs. You can see here. I think I have like, what do I have? Like 140 ape heroes, 14 gauntlets. I haven't checked this, to be honest with you. I don't even. This is like they keep updating the UI, which is a good thing, right? But I haven't even looked at this. I guess these are my NFTs. What is going on here? Why is there Santa Claus there? Yeah, so you can see here I have a couple of legendaries, epics, right? Anyway, why am I showing you this? Because staking, right? Something I mentioned last week, right? Is they were launching a staking platform. This looks like it's set to launch in a couple of days, right? They said on their Telegram at the end of January. We're already on the 27th. So this is going to be launching any day now. You can see here, you can stake your heroes and villains. You're going to earn POW tokens or POW, which is their native token. So depending on how much you are staking, right, you can take the NFTs that you have and you can stake them and earn, the POW token. So you can see here for the heroes, right? If you stake legendary, this is how much POW a day that's going to be paid out. Epic, right? Rare, uncommon. So as you can see, legendaries are going to be the most, but then I think the villains pays out more. Yeah, you can see here, the villains is going to pay out way more POW than the heroes. So a legendary villain will pay out 327,680 POW, as opposed to the heroes. But that's all, details, right? As of right now, I'm just bringing it to your awareness that if you are sitting on a bunch of these ape heroes, which I'm assuming you might, right? You might be sitting on a bunch of these, and maybe you didn't sell, maybe you did, I don't know. But if you're sitting on them and you were kind of just holding on to them to see what would happen, um, good news is now we can actually stake them to make some passive profits. So when this thing officially launches and goes, we'll talk a little bit more about it. That being said, just wanted to bring it to your attention because I did mention it last week and I never mentioned it again. So I just wanted to let you know that the UI now reflects this page right here, apeheroes.com/staking. A couple of other things off the topic here. Some of the miners, are still paying out. Like I haven't really talked about them. I've just been withdrawing. Obviously, the payouts are extremely slow right now because the TVL has dramatically dropped. But for the most part, I'm just obviously withdrawing out of those miners. A couple of other passive platforms I'm in, Elevate Pass, that thing is still paying out. A lot of these things are still, doing what they're doing. They're just kind of slow at this point. But, regardless if it's slow, as long as it's paying out, can't complain, right? That being said, hopefully you, get into the BUSD raise. I wish you good luck, but don't get your hopes up. Don't hold your breath. It's going to sell out in a second and a half, which, big picture is that shows you the demand for the tokens as we go into layer two, right? It's going to be, the demand is going to push that price super duper high. And we'll see what happens here. But anyway, just wanted to give you that update, let you know what's going on. If you want to use my buddy address, I will leave it down below. Just trying to think if there was any other things I wanted to talk about. Obviously, some people are still, sending me messages. You do need to have a net positive account to receive airdrops. FYI, also, if you are building a team, you do need to have a net positive account to receive referral rewards as well. Okay. Some of you guys may or may not like that. I don't know why you think it's so sustainable, because there's all these different, things that are built into the contract that people, if they want to get referral rewards, they have to be putting fresh deposits in, right? That's how you keep it sustainable, because imagine not having to put, these big marketers not having to put anything new in, and they just keep getting referral rewards, right? Or something like that. Then obviously it may not be as sustainable, right? So these things like taxes and all these things that come with the contract, um, you know, it's all there to help sustainability, right? They've kind of built it out to be like that. So anyway, off the topic, guys, hope you guys are having a fun time in crypto. Markets may be down, but there's a tremendous amount of opportunity if you're looking, right? All right, guys, I will catch you on the next video. Do your own research. Follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Talk to you soon. Peace.